Well, welcome back to MissPlanIt. I hope you had a great week, and if you're just tuning in, I'm KC, and behind the camera it is JP, and she is my right-hand man, woman, MissPlanIt, whatever you want to call it. We're here to help all brides have the wedding of their dreams on a budget. A little history about myself, if you're just tuning in for the first time. I have been in the party planning, wedding planning, event planning area for a good portion of my young life. I like to say young life. And I'm always constantly asked questions about how did you make this under this budget and how did you make that under this budget. And so I could either try to tell one bride at a time, or my wonderful partner, JP, decided you just need to do a YouTube channel. So here we are with MissPlanIt. Today we are wrapping up our campaign on pantry centerpieces. And if you are just joining us, I have been working on 3 other projects. Please check them out. Like us if you like them. And this is our final one. And we are just simply going to our pantry and pulling various cans out and turning them into beautiful, expensive looking, but not costing centerpieces. So, if you want to join us for this round, go to your pantry, go to your cabinet, go to the store, grab 4 cans, join us back here, and let's continue to plan it. All right, we're back, ready to work. So I have my 4 cans that I have cleaned out. Be very careful of the ledge. They're very sharp and can easily cut you, or especially if you have a child helping you with your decorations. Also, I have a cutting board that I simply got from Walmart. And I have crafting paper, which can be purchased from anywhere. I get mine from whoever has the best coupon. I'm all about a coupon. So it could be Hobby Lobby, it could be Michael's, it could be Walmart, it could be Target. Whoever has the best coupon, they have my business. So I want to show you that I've already pre-cut some paper. And this particular centerpiece I would probably use for maybe an indoor evening, kind of a modern chic. If you notice, I'm using 3 different papers, and I am just going to play with some layering of the papers. And typically what I do is I measure first to see how much paper I need to cover whatever portion of the can I want to cover. In this case, I'm going to go kind of for the center. And then I just kind of play with it. When you're using the same tone of color, but different patterns, it just creates such a depth to it. And then later we're going to add the piece de resistance, which is a little floral arrangement in there, and then the patterns will really, really pop. So first, again, you're going to measure, and the way I measure is I just call it eyeballing it. I get the full sheet of paper, and I decide if I want to use it vertical or horizontal to see what's going to be the best wrapping of the paper. And for this, it looks like a horizontal, going this way, horizontal is going to be best. And then I'm going to use my trusty scale ruler, which I actually stole from my husband because I think I can use it better. And I am going to see how long I want my piece of paper. And in this case, I want it to cover the entire can, or most of the can. So let me find the side. Hold on, my glasses. I've got to be able to see. Here we go. There it is. Okay. So I found my inch, and it's right a little less than, looks like 3 3/4. So, again, I did my measuring, and I've lined it up at the top of my cutter. Nice and straight. Layering it. Then I'm going to just set my extra paper off to the side, go back to my can. Oh, perfect. I'm getting good at this. And it's okay if the paper overlaps, because you can create a seam on a round cylinder object wherever you would like. So I am going to continue to cut paper, all different colors, all different widths, and then we're going to play with some layering. So I'm going to take a break. Go get your paper, get your cutter, if you don't already have one. And guess what? If you don't have a cutter, a trusty pair of scissors will work just as well. So get your paper, start cutting, and join me back here to do some layering. See you in a minute. Okay, welcome back. I hope you have your paper all cut. I have mine cut. I have my 4 cans, and I've cut my 4 sections of paper, and they were just random. It was no rhyme or reason, and MissPlanIt, just keep it simple. If you like it, it works. It's a plan. So I did add a little something. I went into my little recycle bin, and I found these wonderful little buttons. And I purchased these buttons probably from Hobby Lobby, and I promise you they were on a coupon. So regularly, one button was $2.99 and the other was $3.99. So you figure I paid half. And so you're going to get 3 cans for under $3 as far as the buttons. So that comes out to, 4 cans rather. So that comes out to 75 cents a can, because these just came out of my cabinet. So, oh, and if you get family members to save their cans as they're cooking their lovely meals, you don't have to buy a single can. They're free. I love free. So let's go ahead and get things layered. So I'm just going to take my first can here. I believe I've lined it up right. Yes. And I left a little sticky on it because I knew I was going to cover it all just to kind of line up. So I'm lining it up. Just roll it around. And be careful, that lid on the inside is very sharp, I said. Trust me, I've already nicked myself. And here we go. So now I'm going to put my little trusty glue gun at the top, the middle, and the bottom. And I'm going to try to be very careful and not nick myself. Wrap it all the way around. Try not to burn myself with the hot glue gun, because Lord knows I've done that plenty of times. So, and then I'm ready to seal it, which just requires another 3 dabs. 2, 3, and seal. Wonderful. Awesome. So now I'm going to take my layer. You can layer it at the bottom, you can layer it at the top, you can layer it at the middle. I'm filling the middle now, just filling it, so I'm going to go with it. So again, I try to line up my seams as best I can, and that was a perfect match. I promise you it's not always like that. Not nearly. So, top, middle, bottom, seal it, and top, middle, bottom, seal it. So there's my layer. Wow, that's awesome. So you have the same color scheme, but a different pattern, and it just creates depth. That is very, very nice. But let's kick it up a notch and go ahead and use one of our buttons. If I can get it out of the package. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to just put some glue, actually glue gun. Try not to burn myself, you know, it'd be nice if I didn't have skin peeling off of me. Find the center on the back, center on the front, and simply hold in place. And I already like it, and it's not even set. Now normally I would pinch it for at least a minute to make sure it's good and set. But we'll just pretend I did and keep moving. So let's look at what we started with and what we ended with. That, I think, is pretty amazing. So, I'm going to continue to layer. And before I do that, I want to show you one thing. You don't always have to do strips. For this layering on my big can, I am going to do one layer, a square layer, and then, can I hold it? There we go. And then a strip on top. Or you could do a strip underneath and a square layer on top. So, I am going to take a break and keep layering. I want you to keep layering. Go for some embellishment. Live wild. Take a chance. Pick something. Just embellish it. It's your plan. You planned it. So, I'm going to take a break, I'm going to layer, and then I'll be back with you. See you in a minute. Well, I'm back. I hope that you just made a plan and you did it. I hope you had fun with it. It's just paper that costs you 29 cents and buttons that cost 75 cents. So it's a very inexpensive experiment. And look what the result is. I am very, very pleased with our can pantry project. This is just really cool. Love it, love it. What y'all don't understand is a lot of these projects, I may have done a project before, but I never do the same project the same way. So I am just as amazed as you at how they turn out. So I hope you're happy with how it turns out. And now we're going to add the final touch to it. And this type of a wedding would be more of an evening setting. I could see even some candles with it. And so we're going to go with some very more delicate flowers. And I have I'm going to use some baby's breath and some other little bud flowers and some accent colors. Both of these, this one I believe was $4, and I bought it at my local grocery store. And this bag was $2.99. So we have $4 and $2.99. And what did we say this total was? Like, I think we're at $7.50 right now. So I am very, very excited. I'm going to go ahead and get my flowers ready. And then I will be back to show you how to add your final touches. I'll see you in a minute. What I'm doing is just loading them up. The fuller, the better. I mean, you can already see how our cans that started in the pantry have turned out. I am so impressed. So impressed. And I hope that you see how inexpensive this project is. We started with cans from the pantry. Then we got 29-cent paper from your local craft store. From there we got 75-cent each buttons to do embellishment. Have $2.99 bushel of baby's breath from our local store. And here is our finished product. I am so pleased with our final can campaign. I mean, it's just really, really wonderful. So, a couple of things I want to mention. As far as the flowers, of course, you always have the option to use artificial flowers. My preference is fresh flowers. And the very inexpensive way to do fresh flowers is one, if you have a wholesale florist that will sell to the public, that is wonderful. You just get the flowers, they're in their natural state, and then you just cut them like I showed you and place them. Because this bundle of baby's breath that costs $2.99 did this entire centerpiece. And then the one bundle of buds that was $4 did one full can, and you see how it ties together. It's so elegant and simplistic, but very detailed at the same time. I'm just really proud of our hard work. So, way to go, MissPlanIt. And I am now ready to set the table. I'll be back with you in just a minute. See you soon.